Well, hey, my little angels. Hi, come on in. Come in. Welcome in. Come be comfortable. We're on the floor where it all began. Oh, I'll get to that. But have a seat. I've put all the meditation cushions out. Help yourselves. I did put the hardback chairs over there so that you guys can be comfortable if you have a bad back, like me. I did bring the rocking chair down. It's right over there. 2 of you can fit there. And I put one hammock there and one over there, and they'll each fit 3 of you comfortably, 4 if you're friendly, and just be comfy. And the couch is free, so come sit beside me, sit behind me, just be around, you know. I thought maybe we could have a chat today. So, what's that? Of course I have refreshments for you. Now, I am doing a bit of a detox since Halloween. Candy. Good when I had it, but now I feel blue. So it's a water station, but it's a cool water station, guys, I promise. So we have sparkling, and there's all different flavors. There's lemon, there's lime, there's grapefruit and cherry. And some are sweetened with aspartame and some is just natural juice. So please help yourself. And we also have flat water, and it's all chilled. And I have some with cucumbers in it, some with strawberries, and what's that? Peaches. So please help yourself. The flavoring is really nice. Well, actually, the very first time I ever had cucumber water was at a spa, and when I went for a facial. And my mom was having trouble. She was trying a new healthy lifestyle. So I invited her for lunch, and I made her a spa lunch. And I gave her a big glass of cucumber water, and I made her deviled eggs and egg salad on toast points and on a bed of lettuce. It was so pretty. It looked so pretty. My mom always taught me you taste with your eyes first. Anyways, she looked at the water like I had 5 heads. She loved it. And till the day she died, she always had a pitcher of cucumber water in her fridge. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And I'll get to a little bit more why that a little later. And for those that would like a hot beverage, because it's freaking cold outside here, we have an espresso bar. So there's regular and decaf. I have all the sweeteners and the creamers, dairies, non-dairy, everything. Oh, I know. You're a Puritan. It's there. Don't worry. I also have tea. Please help yourselves. I didn't have a lot of time today to make a big refreshment bar for us today. Truth is, I'm just exhausted. But we'll get to that more later too. So, I see new people. Hi. How are you? Thank you for being here. I'm so glad you're here and become part of the family. Please give it a thumbs up. You could share it. Sharing is caring. And if you silently watch, that's okay. I'm just so happy that you're here, and I appreciate you. If you're comfortable commenting, please do. We love the comments on this channel. I love to watch you guys interact with each other. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And I love interacting with you. I love to know what you think and what you feel, what video ideas and suggestions you have, questions you may have. I love all of it, guys, all of it. And when we connect like that, we take this great big world and go and make it smaller. And that's a good thing. It really is. And please hit that subscribe button below. And hello to all my returning little angels. I see you. I'm so glad you're back. Thank you for always being here and supporting me and commenting. I love all of you. Thank you so much. Please keep coming back. Keep the comments coming if you're comfortable. And please make sure you're still subscribed. Now, before we get into anything, let's do some housekeeping first. Okay, I want to tell you guys a couple of things. The algorithm, which I don't understand, okay? I don't. But it's been messing with a lot of my ASMR besties and myself. So if you guys could, please make sure you hit the like button. Maybe leave emoticon, a little, one of those little cartoon thingies in the comments. Definitely comment, please. It just shows interaction and connection and all that to the algorithm, and it just lets my channel grow. And I really want it to grow because we are such a cool community. You guys make this channel so loving, so caring, and I want to spread that as much as we can. Okay. Also, okay guys, this one's gonna come across, I'm not complaining, I am not. Okay, if you see a video for any of us and you like it, that's great. Please don't do it in the first, say, minute of the video, because then YouTube looks at it and thinks we're doing something weird, or that people only, okay, well, I'll like them, but I really don't watch this. That's all I'm saying. Okay, please watch a little bit before you comment or like, that's all. Okay. But I'm fine with the people who like to be first too. I like that too. That's it, no more. Okay. Okay, what's that, huh? What lip? Oh, actually, I just got a new lipstick. I was at the drugstore and I used my points. I had a redemption week last week, and I bought this JuArt Harmonic Plum Harmony set. It's a lip set, but I like the idea of a plum color. It's not overly dark, so it comes with a liner. You want me to do you? Sure, I can do you. Here we go. And your bottom lip. Now, if I had a brush here, I would blur it, but I'm an 80s girl, so I'm gonna fill in. Okay, and then it comes with a lipstick that I don't think is full size, but that's just my personal opinion. It is, however, magnetic, which I like. There's the color. So it's really creamy, isn't it? Okay. There we go. Now, good job. And then it comes with this most amazing lip gloss. Look at that color. Isn't that stunning? Very chic, très chic. I like JuArt. I think they're a good product. What's that? Did I get anything else? Well, actually I did. This one actually came from Sephora. They're having that big special where you can get 20% off and 30% if it's Sephora products. But this was an Anastasia mini called Sugar. Sorry. But look, I'm trying to cover the mirror. Aren't they gorgeous colors? Like, look at that one and that. And all of them. I love all of them. I think those are just stunning. 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 Okay, enough makeup talk, guys. I'm interested too, don't worry. So, I've been feeling down. I've been feeling really down lately. And exhausted. I'm just so tired. It has been a busy week. No two ways around that one. It's been a busy week. And I've got the house to myself. It's funny, I do most of the week, but on weekends when baby Angel and Uncle Angel are both out, it feels different to have it to myself. So I wanted to spend it with you guys. They're at the Argo playoff game, football, Canadian football. And they got great seats, so they're having a blast. And baby Angel's coming home this weekend, so I'm happy about that. I think I'll make spaghetti and meatballs for dinner tomorrow. But I wanted to talk about this because why am I feeling so down? And my mom is on my mind a lot lately. And my dad. But for some reason, my mom a lot lately. Even and not even, but as well as Brad's parents, you know, I've been thinking about them and just missing people, you know. And then it dawned on me. Y'all know I'm Catholic. So today is November 2nd. Today is All Souls Day. So, and yesterday, I believe was Day of the Dead. Something Mortier. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't want to embarrass myself. But I don't know if y'all watched the Disney movie Coco. Oh my gosh. Inside Out and Coco probably are two movies that actually affected who I am. Changed how I view things. Coco especially changed how I view things. And about remembering people and keeping memories alive. But let's talk about that, shall we? And remember, guys, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a counselor. I'm just me. But I'm 57-year-old me. And I've learned a lot. I would do anything to spare you guys any pain or suffering. If you can learn from a mistake I've made and not have to make it, all the better, honestly. So, keeping people's memory alive. Recently, I was talking with a friend, actually two friends. I had two separate conversations with different people. I didn't put them two and two together. About rewriting history, because we do all have family members who rewrite history, who will talk about their past, and you're looking at them going, who are you talking about? Because those aren't the people I know or I knew. Why do people need to rewrite history? I don't know. Do we feel like we're betraying the people if we admit we had a complicated relationship? Do we feel like we're speaking ill of the dead if we bring up their flaws? No, I don't think so. I think we're keeping them real. I think we're keeping them as people. I loved my parents dearly, but we did have, especially my mom and I, a complicated relationship, which I think everybody does with somebody in their life. I remember my mom once looking at me and saying, you know everything about me and still love me. And it was like a shock to her. She grew up horribly, like the kind of abuse they make movies about. And she stopped as much of it as she could from ever happening again with us. But when my mom was the perfect example of when you know better, you do better. So I had to learn to let go of some stuff and to just say, you knew better and you did better. I have to put that away. I can forgive, or I can drag it around behind me for the rest of my life. I let go. Forgiveness, one of the best quotes I've ever read was in a Richard Paul Evans book. I believe it was The Locket. If you're an OG, you know this. I've said this before. The book was about forgiveness, and the man was having difficulty forgiving. And an older person said to him, when it comes to forgiveness, it's for yourself, because you don't cut the rope to save the anchor. What you're dragging around is the anchor. To forgive is to let go of it. It's not saving the anchor, it's saving you. So I've learned to do that. But at the same time, I'm not making people into saints that weren't saints. It's not fair to them. I lose the humanity that they were. It's easy enough to just say, oh, it was complicated, or that was what it was like back then. A lot of my childhood, I thought I was unique. And then I started listening to these Gen X people, especially Slim Sherry. If you guys don't follow her, she's incredible. And she's like, oh, Gen X, we were the feral generation. We were the latchkey kids. You know, our parents basically didn't want to know us. We were left to raise ourselves, which is why we're resilient and independent. And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. I was babysitting at like 8. I was taking care of my brother and sister who were twins, and they were 4. So yeah, I totally get it, because my parents both worked 2 jobs sometimes. It was a busy time. And yeah, I remember a lot of that. So finding out you're not alone really helps. And trust me on this one, guys, you aren't alone. Now, I'm not talking about toxic relationships or abusive relationships. Those you need a therapist for, okay? You need to have someone that can professionally help you. I've done it. People need to do it, okay? But sometimes you just have to say, the past is a great place to visit. I don't want to live there, okay? It's done. Look to the future. Look to what you have now. I know a certain family member. She's an older lady and an older gentleman actually too, on my mom's side, and they live in the past. He once said something to me and I went, "Hun, that was 40 years ago. We've all grown. We've all passed that. How come you're still stuck there?" Wasn't an appreciated comment, but c'est la vie, right? But let's talk about people we've lost that we want to remember. If you haven't seen the movie Coco, I highly recommend it. It basically talks about the importance of remembering. And the little boy ends up going into the other world, the afterworld, the whatever you want to call it. And when people stop remembering you, that's when you die over there. That's when you disappear. And I don't want anyone I've ever known to disappear. So I will say, oh, this used to be my mom's favorite. This was my dad's favorite. Oh, my aunt loved this. Or my grandmother made that, you know, that kind of thing. Or my grandfather used to turn his hearing aid off and just nod at people. I remember that. You know, I love pointing things out to my daughter. You know, this was my grandmother made this. This was your great grandmother. And my grandmother was a ceramics artist. She made the most beautiful things. Like, just, I can't wait till Christmas, till we bring them all out, and I can show you guys. We'll do a whole tour of the nativity sets that she made, and the church that she made for our wedding, and the little ornaments that we hang on our tree. I love all of that. And this week, baby Angel took a pottery class, and she was throwing clay, and she's like, she goes, I wasn't great at it, but it felt natural. And I said, well, it's in your blood. You know, it really is. So I loved, and I did not have a good relationship with my grandparents, either side. Nope. Didn't know them. So the whole grandparent-grandchild relationship, I don't understand. But I want my daughter knew her her grandmothers and her grandfather, and she knew of my dad, right? She knows she has a grandfather in heaven because he passed before she was born. I love to see that. She has a grandparent relationship with what I consider her grandparents, which is my aunt and uncle, which I consider my bonus parents. And I love to see that relationship blooming. So I love having those memories. I love knowing she has memories that she will pass on. And that's okay. And you know, when I realized that's what was happening, and that's probably why I was feeling so down, I'm like, okay. And I thought about it. And you know what? I felt better when I realized. And if any of you are feeling that way, I thought I could help you out with that too, if it helps. What's that, sweetie? Why did I say this is where it all began? This is where I did my first video. I was sitting on this floor and I had a stock pot on top of this table and I had a napkin holder behind so my phone wouldn't keep falling down, and my phone was propped up on another small pot just so I could have enough lift. There was no lighting involved, no mics, just my phone. So I thought today, okay, I have the ring light because, okay, I know you can see these bags. They are down to here in reality, but the ring light is helping immensely. But I thought I'm just gonna go natural and organic, you know? So I thought, yeah, let's just have it. It's been a long time since we've had a this and that chat and a mental health check-in. And if I'm feeling like that, maybe you guys are too, you know? And I'm not saying you gotta go to church, you gotta light candles, you gotta build an altar to a person. I'm just saying, remember them. On all of their birthdays, my dad's birthday, my mom's birthday, Brad's parents' birthdays, I always make their favorite foods, always. My dad's is chocolate cake, end of story. My mom has strawberries in it somehow. Brad's dad was butter tarts, and Brad's mom was my spaghetti and meatballs. So yeah, 3 out of the 4 are sweets. It's what it is. But we have those, and I say to them, we're still glad they're born. Even if they're gone, we were still glad they were born. I would never celebrate or even acknowledge their death dates until my daughter pointed out, but aren't we Catholic? Aren't we supposed to celebrate the resurrection? And they go to heaven. And I'm like, she's got me. Okay. So now I also make a special meal for those days. So that's my way of remembering people. On all of those days as well, if we happen to hit a Tim Hortons for those that aren't familiar, which is like a coffee donut shop. But if we hit the drive-through, I will buy coffee for the person behind me, always. It's just my way of spreading happiness, you know. When I lost my mom, it was so hard. And I remember talking to my priest, and he said, you have to have something good to come of this, and you're the only one that can find it. This may sound weird. Up till then, Auntie Angel had her flaws too, guys. I had a severe scratch and win addiction. No joke, you know, lottery scratch and wins. And I realized that I hadn't done one since my mom had passed. And it had been a couple weeks at that point. So it has now been 7.5 years and I haven't done one. And when I get the urge to buy one, I tell myself, this is the good that came of this. Don't ruin it. So that's what I do. I don't know if that makes sense to you. I hope it does. The other thing I strongly suggest is crying when you need to cry. It's okay. But if you need an excuse, you know, read a sad book. My, what is it? It's not my dirty little secret, but there's a word for my guilty pleasure. My guilty pleasure. I love to go on YouTube and watch soldier coming home videos when they surprise their families. I love those so much. They always make me cry. Always. Another thing is when kids are asking the step parent to adopt them. And sometimes I want to let emotion out, and that's what you need to do. And there are scientific, you can look this up on Google. When you cry, a hormone is released, and it actually helps you to feel better. So I'm just putting that out there, guys. So is there anything else we want to talk about today? What's that, sweetie? Oh, what do we have coming up? Okay, let's see. What do I have coming up in the future? There will be another role play of a Ghost in the Castle, but it's going to be a bit. doing a week's worth of role plays took a lot out of me, guys. I love doing them. Don't get me wrong. I love doing them. Hopefully we'll find out what the next book is for November for our book club. Can't wait. Like I said, I love doing the Lost Bookshop. And I really recommend it, guys. I really do. And, well, the holidays are coming. Now, for my American friends, Thanksgiving is in November. Ours was past already. It was in October. But for that Thanksgiving, I am going to have a video for those that don't have someone to spend it with so that we can spend it together. And I thought I would get all my cookbooks out and we would basically plan our meal, and I tell you the recipes that I use and any traditions we have around them, and just kind of spend Thanksgiving together. So anyone who feels like they're alone has somewhere to go. What else? I do have a project, a collab on the way. It is a haul, and it is a Temu haul, and this time they've sponsored me. So that one is coming up. And there will be a discount code for you guys. I wouldn't do anything without a discount code for you guys. So, but I will give honest reviews of what I got, and I'll show them to you. That's probably a week away at least. So, what other videos do we have? I think I'm going to do a cook with me because I have found this amazing bread recipe, and I got it from Tingle, who does sandwiches. Oh my gosh, his videos are incredible. He's done British sandwiches, American sandwiches, and Japanese sandwiches. And he said that the sandwich bread they use is the Japanese milk bread, which I'll be honest, I had never heard of. And he just said it so casually. Oh, my store didn't have any, so I made some. I'm like, oh, just whip up a loaf of bread. Well, when I looked up the recipe, I'm like, this is pretty cool. It goes along with that whole hot water pastry crust now. I'm totally hooked on that. But this was so easy to do, so incredibly easy. And now that I have a pause button, I love my little pause button, I can do that. I can make the whole video and still show you guys the finished product. So I can't wait to do that. And so we're going to make Japanese milk bread for sure. I have really, really missed reading to you guys. I miss my reading videos. So we're going to do a reading video. We're also going to do more guided meditations. And of course, all kinds of Christmas videos. I'm going to slowly start to move the studio into the Christmas theme. I also will be doing a Remembrance Day video. Now, I don't do my Christmas decorating until after Remembrance Day. And that's just a me thing because I have a few good friends who are veterans and they don't care. They said, do it whenever you want, but I do it November 12th. But yeah, I've got a whole bunch of stuff lined up for the Christmas videos. We are probably going to do a craft making video tomorrow, which is Christmas related. We're going to make some mic covers and some trigger board, maybe a trigger board, but definitely do a couple of mic covers, embellished mic covers, and do the tappy, 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 scratchy, scratchy on the mics. I know how much you guys like those videos. And yeah, so we have lots of stuff in the works and coming up, and I can't wait. I really can't. And I really appreciate you guys so, so much. You were so good to me when I was sick and I missed a week and I felt terrible about it. And then I did the week of role plays and you guys have been so complimentary. Right now, it seems like everybody's favorite, or the one that's gotten the most views, is the flight attendant video, which was so much fun to do. So much fun to do. And that was completely inspired by the incomparable Ray Moon ASMR. And then Cookie, the chef, seems to be really popular. There was Cookie, there was Kiki the Flapper. I'm missing one. It'll come to me later. And Serenity the Witch. Of course, Serenity. people did seem to like her as well. So I really appreciate you guys. I love the feedback. I love knowing what you think. I love ideas and suggestions. I love knowing more about this castle. We're going to see a lot more of the ghosts soon. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. So I think that's it, guys. Is everybody ready to have some more refreshments? What's that, sweetie? Oh, they brought Pillsbury cookies. The slice and bake? Love the slice and bake. I'll never forget, my brother bought a tube of the slice and bake when they first came out. And he goes, this says it's supposed to make 24. Okay, his cookies were this thick, guys, like this thick. I'm like, what did you get, 6? It's like, but I love those cookies, I really do. I mean, I make good cookies. I make good homemade cookies. And at Christmas time, I make a bunch of different cookies, including white chocolate cranberry with a little bit of brandy. So good, so good. But give me slice and bake Pillsbury, I'm a happy camper. Happy camper, especially raw. I didn't say that. So guys, just remember that I love you, I value you, I honor you, and I'm so very, very glad that each and every one of you was born